in this video, I have one of the worst races in my history, finishing over 1.5 minutes behind the leader. And I also try and go for a sneaky 2-for-1 offer. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Beat the Meta, where we are in, if I can speak, the Toyota Supra. Yes. Now, this used to be the meta at this track. It's no longer the meta, which is why we're doing Beat the Meta. This is old school meta versus new school meta in the GTR. We've actually got an AMG behind us there of F1 Slayers. So the Supra, this first race, as always, is just to get a feel for the Supra, the Toyota Supra at this track. I did notice it did make it in the top 20 at the time of doing this race. So I know the car is still pretty quick here. It's not GTR quick, but it's still pretty quick. And you can see we've also got a Supra ahead there in Batman. Batman changing the Batmobile for an actual Toyota Supra as we head into this right-hander. So we're starting on hard tyres here. Oh, Batman's got a penalty. I have no idea what that was for. But, yeah, Batman getting a penalty. That's not good for him. Maybe Robin is going to save his bacon. Who knows? Right, we're going to head in towards the S's then. As we're still behind this Supra then. Through the right we go. And then into the left once again. So very little practice in this Supra. I thought I could just go straight for it, as you see right there, as I head off to the realms. But I catch it, and I don't bin it. So that's what we like to see indeed, as we head down towards the hairpin for the first time of 10 in this first race. Through the right we go then. Exit. Use all that curb on the exit here. I'm going to head into the chicane of death. And we're just going to chill out through here. Let off. Let the car roll a little bit. Get a feel for it. And go through here, no problem. Oh, okay. I say, no problem. Yeah, we bin it. As does F1 Slayers there. So we're going to try to turn around. Oh, no, we get another 1.5 second penalty. So, yeah, this is a very good start to beat the meta, isn't it? We've got a 6 second penalty. F1 Slayers struggling to get round as well. And, yeah, that was, yeah, a death and a half. So I decided to pit. I'm like, okay, well, I know in a GTR you can just make it on the old one stop. Well, stop on lap 1 and then 9 laps. We'll see what we can do on the Supra, test out that tyre wear. Go through here, I tap the barrier. Oh no, I clipped the inside. Oh my word, I died again. Oh dear me. So one thing I'm working out with this Supra is it doesn't like the chicane. Or in fact, what actually happens is it's understeer. Right, lap number 3. Can we make it through this time? Let's see. We nail it, we nail it. Happy days, we've done it everybody. Right, we can finish this video. Off we go. No, I'm joking. Right, lap number 4. What's going to happen on this one then? This is all about testing the chicane of death. How many deaths can I survive, or, you know? Well, that's 2 out of 2 now. 2 in a row. So it's 50-50 chance as we come through this right-hander then. What's happening here? In towards this braking zone we go. Going to get stuck nice. Is there a crash up ahead? I don't know. Through the right we go. Oh, hello. We're off the curb. Oh, no. Oh, God. I'm dead again. What's going on? That's another death in this race. Oh, dear. And another 1.5 second penalty, because dying is not enough for Gran Turismo. You also have to get a penalty for dying. It's like a double whammy here as we go through the left and the right of the chicane. And we survive here. So, well, that's good, isn't it? That's 3 times we survived. 2 times we've died. Here's attempt number 6 then. Coming into here. I'm going to lift a little bit, try and force our way through. Oh, no! Oh, God. You've got a 50% chance of dying in the Supra through the chicane of death. Lap number 7 then. What's going to go on? Oh, no! Oh, no! That's 4 times this race. In fact, my tyres are so low there, I have to come in the pits again. So the Supra not very good on tyre wear. So you definitely can't do a stop on lap 1 and do 9 laps. We're definitely going to have to do... Actually, a later stop is the strategy we're going to go for based on this situation through here. Lap number 8, we're 4 deaths, 3 surviving? I don't know. Now it's 4 and 4 as we head to lap number 9. What's going to happen here? At the chicane of death. Is it going to be a death? Are we going to survive? Let's go into here and find out. Oh, no! It's another death! 5 deaths, 4 surviving. But here we go with the final one, then through we go. Do we survive this one? We do! Hey, we survive it. It's 50-50 chance to hit the Supra for death, or whether we survive that famous chicane of them all. And we actually have my worst ever race, as I nearly got lapped there. I nearly didn't even finish the race. That was kind of nuts to me. Right, we're going to go to the second race then. Well, it's like P6 then, so we improved on our time trial, because we didn't do one on the previous race. And we definitely got up there very quickly. I did that after like 3 laps. So, you know, Supra quite quick to get going here as we start behind the German Maurizio in the GTR. Now, the GTR, if I haven't already said again, is the meta car. Although you can use quite a varying amount of cars here. We've seen the Supra used a few times. We've got a Mazda RX Vision concept in the distance. We've got Max Power in the Porsche. He's never in anything else, so you're always going to see a Porsche. I'm going to leave here then. We've got Maurizio and Tomo fighting here. I love that little fox there on the car. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to back out of this completely because it's just not a place to go too wide at all. It's one of those where you back out, survive another day as well. Max power with 2-second penalty there in the distance. Oh, racing hard tyres again on the Supra. So we are going to try and stay out a little bit longer this time. We know the tyre wear is extremely bad in this car, as you saw in the previous. Maybe it was the crashing as well. I'm not too sure, but it does feel very understeery, this car. So you're going to overturn it and you are going to abuse the tyres just that little bit more than the GTR. So I do think tyre wear is worse in the Supra compared to that GTR. And we've got a BRZ behind me here. My word, you don't expect to see a BRZ very often in this. So we're going to head up into the chicane of death for the first time. Please survive this time. I don't want to do this race 5 billion times. Oh, max power into the barrier. 3-second penalty on top of the 2 you already had. That's 5 seconds for max power in the Porsche. Not surviving the chicane in the slightest. And we've got Maurizio and Tomo side by side once again. In towards the braking zone we go. Going to try and boot it out as fast as possible. Oh, Tomo's been pushed out wide. We're going to try and take a point now. Hello. A little bit closer with Tomo. But Tomo coming back on. And Maurizio keeps that P3 then. So Maurizio quite a bit aggressive there. He runs a bit further on into this second lap then. And Maurizio down the inside. He's launched out Uncle Bob as well. But I do think that may have been clean in the grand scheme. It looks like Uncle Bob survived as well. So, you know, Uncle Bob in the Supra, actually, I believe. If we get a little bit closer, we should be able to see that. Yes, we can see that. Supra and Tomo behind. Already back on my rear end. So at this point, I did realize Tomo did have medium tires on. So I was like, if Tomo goes for it, I'm going to let Tomo go because medium tires versus hard, you know, the medium tires are going to be better at this point in the race, especially on the GTR as well, being the meta car. You see Tomo really going for it there. A bit too aggressive on that right-hander. Going to cost him time as he goes on to this little short straight here. I'd say it's a straight. It's got a kink in it, but you know what I mean. As we head down towards the hairpin and in towards the braking zone. And we're catching Uncle Bob here, who I suspect is on the harder tyre here. Going to accelerate out quite quickly here. A bit more stable on acceleration, the Supra, than the GTR. That I will say. So it's just got more understeer and less oversteer, essentially, is what we're finding with this Supra. As we head into the chicane, please survive. Oh, we're zooming in and backwards. That means somebody else isn't surviving. Oh, Tomo, a bit of rear end action there. But does survive. It does give me a bit of breathing room with Tomo, though, as we advance lap number 4. And we're still on the hard tyre here, folks. So, you know, we are really going that extra mile then on this hard tyre, catching up to Uncle Bob very quickly then. Really quickly catching up to Uncle Bob there. We need to try and get this move done as quick as possible then. We're going to have a look down the inside of Uncle Bob. Oh, are we alongside? Not really. I back out of that then. I will only go for the move if I'm alongside on that inside. I will not go for it otherwise. It just gets a bit deadly, to be honest with you. And you don't want deadly. You want a good, clean race. As we leave that corner then, Uncle Bob still keeping that P3 from me now as we head down in towards the S's then. Going to chuck it in here. Uncle Bob taking a slightly tighter line there. It's going to compromise them for the middle part of the S's then as we go through here. And then finally, the final S. Here we go. Tomo is catching back up once again. However, Tomo at a bit of a disadvantage now on those medium tyres because we're on hards here and we're still ahead. So we've got a really good chance to undercut Tomo as we go into the pits this lap. But Uncle Bob defending very nice here. I tried around the outside. Doesn't really work. Again, that understeer really showing its face in this Toyota Supra then as we head into the chicane. I'm not explaining the short shifting. It's always short shifting in this Supra, by the way, if you didn't know. So if you do use this car in the future, just remember that. It's where the gear indicator is normally. Tomo once again, slight mistake in the chicane there. Going to get that little bit of a gap that we do need as we head towards the final corner then. And we are going to be heading towards the pits on this lap. And we'll see if anybody up ahead is also on the hard tyre, because that's going to tell us how well we're doing here. We're only 5 seconds off the lead here. And Uncle Bob comes in. Doesn't look like anybody else has come in here. So technically, we're on for a good little result here. Medium tyre runner. We're second in the medium runners now in terms of pit stops. And everybody ahead of us is on the medium tyre. We're only 5 seconds behind them. Very interesting situation here. We do catch up to some people who have struggled a little bit during this race. Maybe some realm entries in there. We're going to go through here. Uncle Bob nearly hitting the barrier. That was so close, Uncle Bob. My word. Well played there. So we're going to... Oh, we've got penalties here for 2 drivers. We're up 2 positions and in towards the braking zone we go. Just show my nose for Uncle Bob. Uncle Bob's like, no, you ain't having this, Tidge. I want the win. Okay, well, we'll see, Uncle Bob. We'll see. We're going to go for this. So we've got Seedsman up ahead. So they're going for a longer stint on the medium tyre, I suspect, unless they're doing a really big undercut. But they're in the Supra. And any form of undercut where they're coming in lap 3 or 2, they're going to struggle at the end of the race. We saw that on the previous race in my car. So I'm just looking down the inside here of Uncle Bob. Just back out of that a little bit. Going to take the racing line. Uncle Bob down the inside then. They both give each other a really nice run. I thought, okay, I'm going to go for this then. clean on run through there. We give just enough room here. We get by Uncle Bob, and we're alongside Seasman. A 2-for-1 offer here on Toyota Supras as we go into this right-hander. We get it done up into P5 then with pit stoppers up ahead. So we're going to have to see what happens here. We are due the medium runners coming in the pits, and they do come out here, and Bradders up ahead has pit. So Bradders was the lead car, remember, was the lead car when we went into the pits. Bradders is right there. We have 3 and a bit laps to go and every chance of overtaking Bradders, and we also have to survive the chicane, of course, as we approach that right about now. As we go in to the left, going to chuck it in here. That's very close. Okay, that was actually very safe there. I went really safe there in terms of that race. Slayers is behind me, so Slayers having a better race as well. Marito in the pits then. The lead of the pitters now that need to go in. Tomo is in as well. What's going to happen with that Portuguese driver? We've not seen them the entire race. I'm not sure what their strategy is as we leave the last corner here. Then the Portuguese driver carries on. So I wonder if they're on a different strategy completely. However, we need to focus on Bradders here in that Mazda Vision concept car. We're going to go down the inside. We're just overtaking Marito coming out the pits then, looking to try and get this stopped before turn 1 and done and dusted. We do indeed. We're overtake Bradders. We're in P2 now. Only 4.5 seconds off the Portuguese driver, and we are going to have some fresh tyres. It's whether they need to pit or not, I am not too sure. 2.5 seconds. In fact, they're in the pits. They're in the pits. It's only race 2 of Beat the Meta. Only race 2. And we've done it. We beat it. This is the quickest Beat the Meta in history. We beat it in 2 races. So, yeah, and we've got, you know, lots of A+ in there. Remember, I said it needs at least one other A+ driver. I saw some of the comments. However, I wasn't happy with that. We're going to do at least 3 races with this. So, I'm going to go back out and do another race in the Supra. So, I waited another day. Different field here. Big old field here as well. We've got a BMW there in P1. Let's get straight into this race. Clean Sky GT is back. We did see that they did race clean in the previous video that they were in, which was the video guide. It's behind there. A Nissan GTR just goes a little bit deep there. I think that was on a Porsche or a Supra. I'm not 100% sure there. However, we're starting in P7 in this race. So, you know, we're looking to try and win this race again as we head into here. Imagine getting 2 race wins in Beat the Meta. I can't believe we did it in race number 2. That's the thing that blew my mind. It really did blow my mind. It was an unbelievable thing that happened. I was like, oh, I can't finish that. I'm going to have to do another one. As we then head in to the left there. Oh, catch up to Clean Sky GT very quickly. Oops, someone complaining in chat there. Not sure what's going on. You are going to get my face cam in the future as we see somebody off there. Red Devil off. So up into that cursed position already. Yes, that is P6. Going to head down towards the hairpin then. Here we've got the Jedi Jimbo on the inside there in the BMW. BMW is a very good pick here as well, I believe. I mean, that's the second strongest car here. GTR, then the BMW. They seem to be doing extremely well in the races. In fact, P1 at the moment is in a not in the GTR, they're in a BMW. Get it right, Tidge. Get it right. Gonna head in to the chicane. After we survive, we do indeed. Oh, side tap there for Clean Sky GT. Gonna go around the outside of them then up into P5. We've got a little bit of run on the Jedi Jimbo, looking down in towards this braking zone. Then we're gonna launch it down the inside. We do get it stopped indeed. Oh, they just turned into me slightly there. It is a later apex, and I would have made that, to be fair. So that was all clean in my books anyway as we continue on through. And yeah, up into P4 now. So overtaking both BMWs there. Got a GTR up ahead of Nibelay. I'm going to have a nibble of that position and try and get a podium. That is for sure as we head in towards this braking zone then. And we do defend from the BMWs. The GTR, who was further back, who dived on lap 1. Not sure what happened there. In fact, they've just made another position on BMWs. It goes to lap 4 then, which is when we're going to pit here. And you can see that Turkish driver there, Yildirim, 135.5. They are flying. They are flying. And very hard to do that in the Supra in the race. So I was a bit worried here that I'm not going to get a win. But we'll see what we can do in terms of this. You know, it only takes 1 death here at the chicane of death as we get very, very close. And everything can change. It really can. We're catching up to somebody. Oh, we actually got somebody who's taking a penalty. That's RP Motorsport Whack. Taking a bit of a whack there in terms of race time because they had that penalty. So we do gain that position. We've got DB going in the pit sense. That's going to be another position gained here. Up into P4 then. And what can we do here? Oh, a penalty here for Mikey or Mickey. I'm not sure what that is. Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Okay, yeah, we'll stop that. And now we've got Nibelay. Now, Nibelay just comes out the pits here in that GTR. Then we're going to look for that move. We've done this many times already this week. Down the inside into turn 1, up into P2 then. And just the Turkish driver to go, who's 12.5 seconds ahead. And they've already pit. They've already pit. They are flying. In fact, they extend that gap a little bit here as we go to lap 10, coming through the chicane of death. Oh, no, it's a double whammy there. That's 2 penalties and a death for me as Mickey goes by then. We've got 3 seconds. In fact, we're not going to take the penalty. We're actually going to race towards the line here with Jedi Jimbo. He's only 4.5 seconds behind here. That time going to come down maybe. No, they had a penalty. Oh, they had a penalty themselves. Oh, that's unlucky here. Going to head towards the finish line then. And we're going to come home in P3. Well played to the Turkish driver. Actually unbeatable there in terms of that race. That is a very quick race time as well in that BMW M6 GT3 model. But we did beat the meta, folks. We did beat it. We absolutely beat it in race 2. It was a good little race as well. And I'm so happy we've done another beat the meta. If you did enjoy it, do give it a like. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content. We're going to continue doing beat the meta throughout this year until we've won in every single Group 3 car and Group 4 car. I'll say that is it for me. Thanks once again for watching. And I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.